Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the sprint race that just happened at the Sachsenring for the German Grand Prix. Now, before we get into it, here is how they finished. Jorge Martin won it from Pecco Bagnaia, Jack Miller, Luca Marini, Johan Zarco, Brad Binder, Marco Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Aleix Espargaro, Enea Bastianini, Marc Marquez, Fabio Di Antonio, Fabio Quartararo, Augusto Fernandez, Franco Morbidelli, Miguel Oliveira, Taka Nakagami, Raul Fernandez, Maverick Vinales, and Jonas Folger. Now, Vinales and Folger didn't actually finish the race, but when the race got going, it was really actually exciting opening couple of laps, especially the battle between Jack Miller, Bagnaia, and Martin, with Martin outsmarting them through the waterfall. Pecco went to the right hand side of Jack and Martin went to the left and overtook both, which was an amazing move. Immediately pulled the pin and created a 1 second gap, eventually winning by 2.5 seconds. Now, Bagnaia, to be fair, rode a very mature race. I believe he knew that Martin had the pace on him and he was just settling for second. Very same with Jack. He was not really under pressure from behind. But, I suppose the race did kind of stagnate after 6 or 7 laps until the ding-dong battle between Zarco and Binder and Marini ignited towards the last lap. Zarco nearly got Marini across the line. However, probably in one of the race moves that will be talked about for a while. Not sure will he get a penalty. They may have touched through turn 11, but Johan Zarco sent it up the inside of Brad Binder going through turn 11 or the top of the waterfall, which is a risky move. Now, Binder did run off wide and off track, so don't know whether Zarco will get a penalty at this stage. Subdued race from Marco Bezzecchi. Solid race from Alex Marquez. Aleix Espargaro, again, solid enough race. Good race for Enea Bastianini, to be fair, getting into the top 10. Struggle for Marc Marquez all day. There's a couple of things where the positives for the sprint race for him was that he stayed on the bike. And, I think after 2 laps, he had already got a track limits warning and he didn't get a long lap penalty, which I think that's kind of the positives out of it. He was definitely off the pace. First time defeated in Sachsenring also. His morning, he had a number of crashes. I think 3 crashes this morning and 4 crashes in total for the weekend. So look, it's been definitely a tough weekend for him. This is the circuit where is his best chance of winning. Fabio Di Antonio didn't do too bad to get into the top 12, to be fair. Fabio Quartararo at the start went completely backwards, if I'm honest. I think he was down to 15th place at one stage. Helped into 13th place, if I'm very honest, with Maverick Vinales crashing out. A good solid race as well for Augusto Fernandez, splitting the Yamahas. Franco Morbidelli in 15th place, ahead of Miguel Oliveira, who was pretty beat up, to be fair, from the crash yesterday. Also, Taka Nakagami, he went off in turn 11 yesterday at the waterfall as well. Didn't fracture anything in his right arm, but has burnt that right hand again, which he had surgery on before. So, going to be a struggle this weekend. Raul Fernandez realistically was the last person across the line. Not really too sure where or what RNF are going to do about the current run of form for Raul Fernandez. All in all, look, it was a good race at the start, and it was the pass at the end kind of woke everyone up. It did kind of spread out a little bit more than I thought it would, seeing as everyone was so close together, in practice and qualifying times, etc. So, a little bit kind of an anticlimax during the sprint race itself. Maybe the sprint race was too long at 15 laps, maybe 12 laps, might have brought things back together. But for me, there was definitely only one rider that stood out for the day, and that was Jorge Martin. Very hard to bet against him to take the win in tomorrow's race, seeing the form that he was in. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. Who was your man of the race today, and what did you think of the sprint race? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.